Okay. I think I am live everywhere. Alright, I don't know if anyone's going to be here in real time right away, but thought I'm not overly exhausted yet. No, it's pretty early, but I finished night shift. My sleep isn't all that great. So, alright, so what this is been asked to attend the Oshawa Public Library FanCon this Saturday and to actually do a quick little 30-minute workshop. Now, what I'll be working on there is how to draw a cool superhero pose, because I can figure I can get that in half an hour. So let's see what we have here. Swore I had more of a lesson plan here, but oh well. And for those joining me on Restream, which is my Facebook, Twitch, all that stuff, feel free to say hi. If I can't see you, I don't know, the Restream acts a little wonky and I can't always get the comments for some reason, but I will try my best to answer as much as I can. Alright, and since nobody wants to be looking at a big blank screen forever and a day, you know what? Yeah, I'll use Bruce Lee today. So the biggest thing about a cool superhero pose is sorry, I had a pause there, is the gesture. Now, the biggest thing, all you need for a gesture is, sorry, let me just adjust, yeah, it's the best that camera's getting. Best way to get a gesture is just, okay, that is showing up on my screens clear enough, all right. And the idea is you want an exaggerated, you want something that's not like a straight line. Like you don't want a straight line with your gesture. So now my next trick is going to be to build a figure around this. And it's not always possible, because with a cool superhero pose, I have to figure out anatomy as well. Oh, yeah. Realize how weird my voice sounds while recording. So this is where I've got all my energy, this center line right here that I've drawn out of 50,000 times now. Now I'm going to try to build my figure again. If I were to and of course, because I did not think to get myself my drawing dummy or what have you, I am going to use nearby an action figure, Iceman. So I'm not drawing Iceman, but when I need reference, anyone out there, you have toys, you've got reference. So let's see, can I... Okay. I'm going to try to draw like a Spider-Man type. The other thing about a cool superhero pose too, this isn't going to be the most anatomically, but sometimes um, we do have to fudge things a little bit. It may not always be super anatomically correct, but will be consistent enough. So just gonna, okay, I'm gonna let go of Iceman here. I think I've got the shapes I want. Probably pull them back out. And I'm not, sorry, I'm not super concerned. Yeah, I will be adjusting these as I go. What I'm doing right now while I'm roughing out is just kind of getting my gestures here. And notice how I'm not super, like I'm not even holding my pencil in a tight spot here. Like just nice and loose. So I've got a Spider-Man doing a Spider-Man thing. And that might change. And a lot of this is going to change as I okay, what am I at here? About 8 minutes or so, roughly. No big deal. So, yeah, your gesture doesn't take long to get in at all. Sorry if I'm not articulating. And yeah, I get the feeling I'm going to be adjusting this camera. I've recently rearranged all my cameras, and it's not quite working out the way. I can't figure out how to get them set back how I like them again. No big deal. And I'll do this to roughen my anatomy, which is important. Again, I'm just trying to figure out my best camera here. And because I want to try to keep everything on the paper here, I'm going to sneak his leg back here. And then I can see. Roughing out. And I'll rough out, and I'll do this even though Spider-Man here is in a mask. I will rough out his facial nose, where his mouth would be. And again, you notice I'm still staying very loose with this. Is that light bothering? Place my light in a different spot this time. On my screen, it looks like everything here is like super bleached out, but and yeah, I do this fun stuff too. And again, it's a lot of roughing, and this has already been 12 minutes now. And if I'm really stuck, if you have a superposable figure here like Iceman, okay, Iceman, fun fact about Iceman, he is not as flexible as Spider-Man, but I've got a rough idea of where I can move his foot. For the one person out there joining me, if you have any questions, hoping that they can get through, by all means, give me a shout out where you're coming from. If you can, or if you feel comfortable. If you don't, that is cool too. And again, even though Spidey is in a mask here, still want to get some semblance of where everything would be. Like, I will be erasing a lot of this. Alright, so everything is nice and rough here. But what I am going to do now is see if I can find one of my mini erasers. Do I have any of my trusty erasers? Not that I can seem to find at this exact moment. Of course I would go into this and I don't think to have some of my tools on hand when I need them. That is, oh, wait. Haha. Normally I would use my kneaded eraser, but I can't seem to find that at this exact moment, so I'm just going to, God, that looks super ridiculously bright for the person or persons on my restream. Like, can you see that? I will double check. Whichever one. Okay. Now, actually, you know what? I wonder if I'll be able to. Okay, there we go. A version of this is a kneaded eraser, and these are nice because they actually take the pencil fibers, uh, the graphite off the paper, like lifting it off without actually compromising your paper, which is nice. So, all right, so I've erased an awful lot here. Where are we at? We are at 17 minutes, not factoring in. I spent like 3 minutes gap or just blathering on. So now I'm figuring out my shape. Oh, hey Shane. All right. Okay, good. I can see you on there, so I can get comments. Yay. Thank you for joining me. That's still not looking right, so I'll get Iceman here again. He's going to be my Spidey substitute. All right, so getting in this mode once in a while where I just kind of zone out while drawing. So any questions? As I don't know if you saw the title of my video, Shane, but I'm working on kind of workshopping what I plan to do this Saturday at the Oshawa Library. I'll drop my pencil everywhere. And my sharpener. All right. Still not liking that arm at the moment, but it's turning out to be one beefy looking Spidey. Not the Spidey I was intending on being. I'll have to tone him down a bit, I think. I meant for this more to be the Miles Morales version of Spidey, and of course now I just found my needed eraser properly. And this is going to be a lot of this, a lot of the figuring out part. And again, if you got toys, these are a lot cooler these days than what we had as kids. And even this toy is about a little over a decade old. Okay. So I've changed my mind a little bit on the perspective here. And what time are we at here? 25 minutes, and I've got the rough gesture and the basic anatomy. I'm just going to shine that. There. That should work. Maybe I can get the hand right here. And this is all, these are like three-dimensional shapes. And I'm just trying to see what I can get done within like a 30-minute to kind of get the rough idea of where you want to start to draw your superhero. I don't think I'm going to have the time or stamina to see this all the way through to the end. little too beefy here. Spider-Man, for the most part, isn't a super. He's not built like a football player, especially depending on what age group you have him in. What? And this is a lot of the process, as raw and unedited as it is. And we're at 26 minutes now. So I'm going to actually even change this too, so to a point where it makes sense a little bit in my head at least. Come up. I'll actually have him let go of his webbing here. And again, I'm not super concerned about the anatomy just yet. Like I'm and then my other action line. Okay, we're at 28 minutes. Once again, roughing in the eyes. Roughing in the nose, even though he is wearing a mask. starting to think that this might not, trying to do a whole Spidey might not work for me. So let's turn this over and try something a little different. So, alright, this already expended 30 minutes, so, and this is me hopefully working all the kinks out of my setup here. So let me just sharpen my pencil again. I'll do a different pencil. A lot of artists will use a lot of different pencil, and whichever one you feel the most comfortable with, go with that. But the idea, like basically the idea that you don't, or that we want to get into cool stances. We don't want to have our people just standing around. Even if, so say he's standing straight, a little dull, but you can even have him do that pretty cool. See if this works better than I'm not trying to do a full. So this was the pose I was attempting to do. Even here, sorry, I'm just all over the place right now. You can have someone standing, but if you even have them standing, you have shoulders arched one way and hips arched the other, you can create a mood. Okay. But yeah, this is just me kind of working the kinks out of some ideas that I've got going. It looks like I've got a lot more kinks to work out. So hopefully I'll have that worked out in time for FanCon this Saturday. But yeah, hopefully Shane and anyone else that'll catch us at any point, I hope this kind of helped. I know it's not a nice and finished drawing, but hopefully I've shown you something that can get a little more action and excitement out of your drawings. Alright, hope to do this again soon. Have a good night. I will try again later and refine this, and hopefully for those that live in my area, Oshawa Public Library this Saturday, I'll hopefully have a more refined version of this in 30 minutes or less. Alright, have a good night all.